Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome on back to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, and we are getting close to the end of the Kanach area. But to finish off the final quest, you actually have to help the blacksmith 2 times with his son. The first was to go rescue or kill the weird monster in the cave. The second's a little harder to figure out. It took me a bit to do it, but
you sure about
you have
that?
to do this to progress in the game. So
you're just in time. The forge is ready.
Let's see.
In my eyes, she never looked like a monster. I remember following her to that cursed place. When we were close, she touched my heart. I felt a great pain. And then I saw what she really was. I got scared, grabbed something heavy. I managed to get away, but inside I felt emptiness. Each morning after that, the burning of my wound grew more intense.
Okay. So you kind of got to go through his talking. He'll get to the point in a bit.
He seems stern, but he's a good, hard-working man. This time, though, it's personal. As soon as I was sure I could swing the hammer twice, I got straight to work. I'm forging a new heart. I know I've only just gotten back the one that beats in my chest, but I can feel there's something wrong with it. It's weaker. I am weaker and unsteady. It's easier for me to grow impatient and angry. More things seem to cut me deeper. I feel like my heart is poisoned.
And here is the mission that we need. And I'm going to show you where to find weird stone as well, because we're going to need that with this.
So far, all my attempts have failed. None of those hearts had the spark a forged replacement ought to have. They were far too weak to beat in a blacksmith's chest. There's a legend about the Stonewardens. It tells that they could forge a heart stronger than any other. A heart that could make a man invincible. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. Right now, I'm just banging my head against the wall. Well, since the Stonewardens are all Dalriata, my hands are tied. Vrel is the only person from the tribes that I know. A Dalriata selling books. And that's something, isn't it?
Yep.
I was planning to ask her about the legends myself, but maybe you could do it for me? Urfir will clobber me with his hammer if I shirk my work again. Thank you. I hope Vrel will be able to tell us more. Aye, I've got work to do.
Okay, so we need to go up to the bookstore. No, I don't know if this is just a broken quest for me. At least it was in my test save. But there's our fast travel point. There's a little shop here I've never gone in.
Oh, hello there.
So you go in, and we got to talk to her. If you talk to him, he talks for a really, really long time about a whole lot of meandering things. It eventually gets to the point. She's a little better.
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start.
Yeah, that's just nasty, so we'll skip that.
Aye. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, don't bother. I'm pretty sure I've heard them all.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people would accept it with more grace. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes me feel like I've never left the training grounds. Then there are the braver ones who tell me I'm not welcome here. Hell, it's just like talking to my sister. They all have more in common than they think, although mostly it's just prejudice. And you're asking me because I was born in the tribes? I thought you were better than that. I have nothing to tell you. Those are legends of the Ulfr, and my people never got along with them. But I think I have some books about the Stonewardens. Feel free to read and educate yourself on your own.
Okay.
Hello again.
So, Stodewardens, we want to buy that. And I only need one of those. Then the rest of these are all if you still haven't gotten your health potion yet. Okay, so now we got to figure it out on our own. So it's not that one. Here we go. Ever wonder why the Forlorn Swords are allowed to exist? So the Forlorn Swords are these Stonewarden dudes. And you can talk to a dude that will give you a direct mission. But here. Where they're going to tell us to go. Over here, so.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to set up my things. Normally I'd be in a tavern, but, well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. That means Varel's bookshop is...
All right, so you got to ask him what he's working on.
If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer. Trust me. I could talk the hind leg off a donkey. No need to waste time on such things.
Sounds like it. So yeah, you want to ask him again.
Wow. That's really kind of you. So, thanks to Varel's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book. Now it's just a pile of loose pages. However, these are some truly fascinating loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But what's even more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests?
Yeah, Avalon might have been home to something else before they came in and screwed everything up.
Ah, I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar
That's
to
an
us
asshole.
long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there. Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. Or perhaps they simply had a nomadic spirit. It's hard to say with the scraps of information I've managed to gather so far. And so, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that wouldn't leave me alone. Many pigs I've known have prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange force. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the possibilities would be endless. It could change everything. But now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I'm stuck here for the time being. I got injured on my way to Connacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet. The Grotto of First Men. That tribal scribe detailed where it should be located. And I'm assuming you're asking for a reason, aren't you? I'd love to go there myself, but this is a matter of some importance to me. I don't want to wait for this one. So, if you're one of those bold souls who take such ventures, I'd be more than willing to entrust this task to you. Truly excellent.
You want to go to the
deeply
grotto.
obliged, my friend.
You can't get
Here
to
are
it
the
yet,
notes.
but
They should guide you to the location. Return swiftly, and more importantly, safely. I'll eagerly be awaiting your return. I'll get back to...
So it doesn't tell you really anything else. But now we should. Yeah, we got a quest marker here. So we need to go back here by Morrigan's Hollow to the Petrified Visage, and then go up this way, across this bridge, and we're going to run into some important people.
Always a pleasure.
Oh yeah, make sure you're ready to kill some stuff too. Hello, boys.
Hold your ground, men.
Come on, you're low-level guys. You're just easy money right now. All right. Oh, look, a bear. You want to stay to the right. Sage! You can never have enough sage. Then you want to talk to these gentlemen over here. In specific, this dude right here.
Looking for shelter, traveler? You're welcome to join us, unless you're worried a big bad Dalrita might eat you for breakfast. Oh, and where'd you hear a tale like that? I didn't know our stories had traveled so far. The Camelosians prefer to call us heartless beasts only capable of destruction. But I suppose a tale about creating a heart in the fires of a forge is something only another blacksmith would believe and appreciate. So, that Beor, tell me about him. Aye, that's the way of it. A heart given to those creatures is never whole when it returns. If it returns at all, they drain every joy, every spark, leaving what's left little more than a brittle husk. I'm sorry your friend bears that burden. He used iron, didn't he? Iron's too brittle. Steel's no better. It's cold, lifeless. To forge a heart, you need metal that is alive. You need a metal that will sing as your heart sings when you see the smile of a loved one. Twice. Once for a man whose wife's heart had been frozen by an ice weaver. He feared it would shatter, so I made her a new one. The other, well, it beats in my beloved's chest as his beats in mine, both forged in the same fire, bound to the forge as much as to each other. Aye, it's the only metal fit for such a task. But weird steel alone isn't enough. It must be woven with ethereal cobwebs, threads that will give the heart its strength. Bring me those and I'll forge the heart. After that, it will need to be filled. But that task will fall to you.
Okay, and then one of these guys just talks. The other is kind of a food vendor. So, what we're going to need, because right now, this is the first men that was going to take us into the Forlorn Swords. This is their only attempt at telling you how to do this quest. But what we need then is going to be Weirdstone. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Horns of the South. Make sure you have a pickaxe. When we meet up, we'll be here at the East Gate. And the guy's still there that was there before. And we just got to go swimming real quick. Back down here to the Blood Dungeon, or whatever they called it. Blood Cave. But this is the easiest place I know of you can get 6 Weirdstone. So you can fight the stupid sprites that pop up half the time in here. Uh-oh. Or you can go up to where these walls are with pickaxe. There we go. Now, if you need a whole bunch of ingredients for potion, there's more upstairs. But now we got to go back to the same dude to get him to make the weird steel. Hold on. All right, here we go. Hey, dude. Okay, so you need to have at least 1 weird stone. You get 6 from what we just did. And then 10 ethereal cobwebs. Easy way to get that, just wait around till night in the first area. You should be more than high enough. Start killing any of the weird enemies, run up and down the coast. It's easy to get the cobwebs.
Good. Give me a moment to find the right song. I haven't lost my touch. Here, your friend will have a strong, beautiful heart. At least in terms of craftsmanship. The rest is up to you. The art is just an empty vessel. It needs to be filled to start beating. Well, there are 2 ways. Through death, or through sacrifice. No, of course not. You can fill it with the life of creatures you kill, but it will take some time. A life torn away is far less willing than a life freely given, and I can't say what effect it'll have on Bayor. It's not a method we use often. You can pour some of your own life into the art. It'll weaken you, sure, but I'd say some sacrifices are worth making. Besides, I believe it will give you another kind of strength, something far more valuable than what you've lost. Then he'll have a cold lump of steel in his chest. What do you think? If you want to fill it up with the energies of things you kill, just hold it up when you fight.
It will collect life, and at some point, will give you a sign that it's beating again. Come to me and I'll bind life to the heart. If you decide to fill it with your own energy, just tell me. Either way, come back with either a full heart or when you make up your mind.
It's gonna, for the sake of the walkthrough, it's gonna take 40 of my maximum health, which means we'll have to put more points into health.
Of course. This part never gets old. Remember, don't resist it. Let go of your instincts and focus on the heart. You'll feel a bit weak afterward, but don't worry. Strength can always be rebuilt. Here, feel how warm it is. It will serve Bayor well.
Why am I crouching? Okay. Only good thing about this, since we did fire that off here, we can fast travel now back to here. Now back to the main area. We go back and see Bayor. Stick his ticker in and we're good. And what that does is it'll show that he's strong enough to run the forge, so then the blacksmith will have the ability to leave. The favor that we need to do for Navette, or the lady that we're going to do next, we'll do that during the mission as we go seek the tablets. We need to finish up with him here.
Got something for me to look at? What? That's amazing. What materials did he use? What else was needed? Did he tell you how to make it? Oh my. I have so many questions. But those can wait. First things first. For this, I will need your help, my friend. Once more, as always. So, shall we begin?
So yeah, you can tell him not to do it, and then he won't leave, and it kind of deadlocks the area. Or until you tell him, yeah, lie down. Time to cut you open for a little open heart surgery.
Okay then. Let's see if those Stonewarden legends have a grain of truth in them. I suppose that's it. Surprising how simple it is to look into someone's heart and tear it out, isn't it? It's different. Everything looks a bit like it's mired in fog. But I don't feel bad. In fact, I feel good. I feel stronger. I guess more will become clear with time. For now, I'll just have to wait and see. The measure of my debt to you is 2 hearts. I don't know how a man could ever repay something like that. I'll be going back to work. Visit me sometime. Don't be a stranger.
There we go, and you also get a good chunk of experience. Let's see if we can talk to him without him rambling. Yeah, he doesn't like the Lord, so... But with that mission done, we now go to the Menhir Rites. We need to speak to Montech, and we'll do that in the next episode. And then that episode will be like the previous episode to this one. It'll be a long one because I'm going to put it all in one, but it's a whole big thing. Talking to the goddess, all kinds of shit happens. You want to make sure you tune in for that. As always, keep your heads down, your Warriors of Doom up, and I'll see you again real damn soon.